Oh, we were waiting for your call. Where have you been?
I'm sorry. We got. It took a while. We're here. How's it going?
Well, better now because we can leave. Do you have the cargo?
Yes, I do. Where you want to meet?
Are you at the exchange station?
We can be. Yeah, we're pretty close.
Wait there. We will come and find you.
Okay. You want me to just have the guy on our ship and you'll come pick him up? Is that how this is done?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you in about I don't know, however long it takes. We'll see you soon. I just hang up. Kind of
Okay.
put the phone down.
Soon.
It will be 6 hours, Monsieur Higgins.
Oh, okay. 6 hours it will. Yep. Yep. I
Okay.
guess but we better get ready.
Sakarian stands up with a huge grin on his face, takes the gun, and walks out of the room.
You're like, oh, I hope it goes horribly wrong. All right. So, as promised, 6 hours later, the improvised exploratory device arrives, and if so, I guess actually, I think when it shows up, Higgs, you and Wu are on the bridge. And he's working on something, and he looks up as the improvised exploratory device comes into view, and he looks at you, and he says, Higgs. He looks back at the ship. He shakes his head. It's like, that ship's a bigger piece of shit than this one is. And you look, and it's like, yeah, it looks like just like a flying, like, piece of garbage. Like, it's a whole bunch of, like, parts from other ships, like, attached to this, like, frame that it doesn't belong to. It looks like a junker. Like if you just saw it floating with all of its like systems turned off, you'd probably think it was garbage.
Okay. I kind
God,
of
it's
look up at
orbs.
the ship and look back. Yeah, you think I should buy that? I kind of like the look of it, don't you? I mean, look at that right there. It's got character to it, Woo. It's got character.
That ship looks proper.
He shakes his head and he's like, I just got done upgrading this one.
Yeah,
that thing, you don't pay me enough to make that thing look good.
Well, I don't pay. Do I pay you at all, Woo?
What?
Kind of squints at you. Now that you mention it, it has been a while.
Yeah.
From behind everyone, you hear, looks like it could be trouble. And Sakarian is in perfectly polished, immaculately clean black body armor, assault armor with his coat. And he's got his fucking gun just ready.
At this point, you like walk up and well, okay, I guess I better get ready. Then maybe does like a full shot and I'm just standing there in my underpants.
Yeah, right. It'd be like an awesome contrast, like the pan around.
Yeah. So I leave and go put pants on as they're like landing. And eventually,
Okay.
I guess I meet them there.
Sure.
They land
Yeah,
from the ship.
they dock with the ship specifically. Yeah, you just get the hail to like dock up and Prosper, I assume you like guide the ships together and everything. Is there any specific precautions you want to take or Mother of God. The ship crashes.
Well timed.
You know, that's kind of how it goes.
Well,
like, are there
is this
specific precautions
yeah,
that
is
I
this a
take during
formal-
docking?
I'm asking like generally the crew, like is there anything particular you want to do or do you just want to like dock up, let them on board and make the exchange?
Is this
I'm
a
in assault
formal
armor
dinner?
with the thunder gun. I have
Yeah.
my mono blade, my chain blade, and like pistols and rifles in my compartments.
You are ready to fucking rock.
I find a quiet moment and I ask Pi, I just say, L'enfant, is there any concern that you have about Lord McCreary telling others about your existence? Or are you ready for that to be known?
I have nothing to be afraid of.
I'm glad to hear it. That's the precaution I take.
Okay, cool. So they dock with your ship. It takes like 4 or 5 tries because the you both have to like negotiate the ship and like the guy calls you. Prosper is like, our autopilot's busted. I gotta do this manually. So you have to do it manually too, and it's like awkwardly like jamming them together, and you keep missing and.
No, you're doing it too fast. You have to wait. I have to open up a little bit more fast. Please stop. No, just
Clockwise. No, count
stand
the other
still.
way. Turn the ship. No, you slow down.
I
and I'll
will
go
lower
fast.
my son.
So everyone else in the ship, like, there's just like, occasionally there'll be like a proximity alarm, and then like the ships will like bump into each other, and there's like metal grinding and like
Oh.
yeah. But eventually they manage to like lock the ships together, and the note, the like sound that indicates that they want to like dock.
Ding.
Yeah, there's someone at the door.
Yeah, it sounds like crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space.
Okay, I go and answer, I guess, whatever that means.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's two people. They both look about as ratty as the ship. You know, their like clothes are all like patched several times. You know, they have like there's a man and a woman. The woman has her head shaved, and the man's hair is like really long and like in dreadlocks, but not the like nicely like taken care of kind. Just like caveman dreadlocks. He's got like a big beard. And they both look at you, and there's just this kind of like stare. And they like look at each other and look at you.
I got the shampoo. Did you bring the conditioner?
He's like,
Sakarian is perfectly still right next to Mr.
okay. So he looks at you, and he's like, oh yes, yeah, we have your money. And he looks up at Mr. Sakarian. He's like, very nice.
Yes, this is my personal bodyguard.
It's a thing of fucking beauty.
And that's his personal bodyguard.
Well, everyone on your ship is very well protected. Sorry about the rough.
It's
We're having
okay.
some problems with the autopilot.
It's okay.
Prosper's back there, like,
Yeah. Prosper's new to that whole thing, so. Anyways.
So you have the cargo.
Yeah, he's. Yeah. Here. I'll be right back. I go down and I'm just like, Mr. S, keep him company. I start walking down towards the.
I go with Higgs.
Okay. All right, you come out into the cargo hold, and McCreary is sitting on the cot, just kind of staring into space. And when you come in, he like actually stands up and like kind of puts his hands up, and he's like, "Okay, y'all, we need to talk about this shit."
I just keep my head down and keep walking towards him.
Okay, he's backing away from the two of you, and he's like, "Look, I got a lot of money, and I don't care what they're paying you. This shit's important, and I know why they want me. I know what's happening. Your robot, they told me, and like he's starting to panic a little bit, and he says like, I'm willing to give you whatever I got. I could be a poor man the rest of my life as long as I get to live. They are gonna murder me. I swear to God, I do not want to die. Please."
Prosper, you're right behind me when I'm walking towards him.
Yep. I got my laser rifle. I'm like,
I guess
at the ready.
At that point, if you get $1 million in my account in the next 5 minutes and pay them off with 200,000 as well, we'll call it even. Except for that, you're going over. You have a minute to decide. I'm waiting here.
He's like, a million credits? Yeah, I could do that. I need a little time. I gotta make some calls. My money's in a bunch of different accounts. But I can make you a very rich man.
You got a minute, sir.
Well, get me to a terminal.
I can't. How do I? Pi.
Monsieur Higgins, if you go to the docking bay, I can escort Monsieur McCreary to the bridge.
It's $1 million. I mean, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
That's more than we're getting. That's 3 times more than we're getting for this entire
We're
job.
all here.
Monsieur Higgins, I have missed you. Go.
What?
Stall for time.
Can you
Okay.
make sure Pi is on board with this and he tracks every? I don't want this. McCreary, you're not fucking us, are you?
He's like, I swear to God, whatever God you want me to swear on, I'm not fucking you.
I have no issues just handing you over if you're fucking us.
He shakes his head. I would not dare. You have my word.
Okay, I'll be right. Prosper, it's up to you. Be right back.
Bien sûr.
I'll give you 10. I got 10 minutes. I'll do the Higgins for 10 minutes.
I'll do the Higgins.
Do the Higgs.
I am
Alright.
sorry I will miss that. So I escort Lord McCreary in the direction of the bridge.
Okay.
And I go back to the door or wherever we're at.
Yeah, the little like area where the docking connection is. It's just like right across the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to Prosper? You want to get him out like a different way so he doesn't have to go past
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
All right. So while you're walking with him, Prosper, he's just like muttering about like what a good idea this is, and like you're all gonna be so rich and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you take him?
I'm heading straight to the bridge, to I guess the primary console. On the way there, I'm just speaking aloud to Pi, and I say, "L'enfant, Monsieur Higgins would appreciate it if you were able to monitor what our friend Monsieur McCreary is doing. I know you'll do what you think is right, but it would be valuable if your friends would appreciate it if you protected us from any foul play."
Don't worry, I can see and hear everything that's going on all the time.
Yes. It's sort of like, there's a moment where I wonder if Pi is the only one able to see and hear everything that's going on.
Where did you learn that from?
Yeah.
From watching you.
Yep. Yeah, so, I take him to the bridge and I point him to the console. I say, there is the console. I suggest you get started on transferring the credits.
Okay. Now, who's on the bridge with you?
I would assume it would just be me and Lord McCreary.
And this is the first time you've been with McCreary before? You haven't talked to him at all?
Yep. I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you and Pi and McCreary. All right, so where, Securian, you're with Higgs?
Yeah.
No, I'm with the McCreary.
Yeah.
Or not
Oh, you're
McCreary, the guy.
I walk back up.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
Mr.
stayed there.
S
And
is
then,
with
so,
the two
yeah.
guys.
Okay. And where are you during all of this, Piani?
I mean, I suppose was the whole crew there when they were with Lord McCreary?
It's up to you. You can be wherever you want to be. Like, nobody specifically said, like, until Prosper.
Where's Higgs?
I'm over with Mr. S now.
Higgs is with your guests, with the two weird space hippies.
I guess Higgs kind of have a word.
Yeah. One sec. I guess you say that as I'm like walking back to Mr. Sakarian and the two others. I'm just like, he's having some issues. He'll be here in just a second. Prosper's dealing with it. I didn't want to deal with it, so I made Prosper. He's one of the lower people on the ship. Anyways, we'll be right back. Mr. S, keep our friends company, and we'll have them to you in no time. The shampoo is still coming, boys. We'll be right back. Let's just walk off.
So in the like silence as Higgs is leaving, the woman of the two of them like looks at you, Mr. Securian, looks at the gun. She's like, "So what is that? 20, 30 millimeter?"
Oh, the barrel?
Yeah.
He fires off the exact specifications of every single thing about the gun and just doesn't stop.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. So go ahead, Piano. You had...
Higgs, you don't actually think we're gonna get this money, do you?
Oh, you heard about? Were you watching? What? How? Well, anyway.
Always watching.
Yeah, I know. I fucking okay. I mean, maybe. Look, I mean, what? We get $1 million and 0.3, and he gets to live. What's bad about that, Piani? Tell me.
Have you considered that people will piss off by doing this?
I mean,
Not only Lady McCreary, but also the fucking people we're supposed to give him to.
I mean, we could just say he killed himself. I don't know. Should we not? I can go get him right now and just drag him over there, and we're done.
We can fake his death. We've done it before.
I mean, I'll do what the crew wants to do, but I don't think this is a good idea.
Well, he doesn't seem like that bad of a guy. Have you talked with him before? Were you watching? He talked to Pi, right? I told you that. Remember that?
Well, he might be nice, but don't forget he tried to kill Lady McCreary not once, but maybe 5 or 6 times.
I mean, I'm kind of nice, and I shot one of my friends in the back of the head. So it's all relative, I guess, right?
So's the mission, Higgs.
Yeah, you're, oh, God. Oh. I like hit the bridge. Prosper, please bring the prisoner overboard and cancel the call. Hang on.
Yeah, I just sort of look at Mr. McCreary and I just say, well, Mr. McCreary, it seems we have a problem.
He looks at you, and he says back to you in slightly unusually accented but perfectly understandable French. He's like, we have more problems than you think.
You know, my eyebrows just raise, and I say, you have 1 minute, and I thumb on the comms. I say, I just like scream, we have a situation on the bridge. Keep everything under lockdown. The doors are locked. It will be fine. And I just like fire off a laser shot onto the floor.
Oh God, Mr. Sakarian's gonna kill both of you.
Wait,
No. Mr. Sakarian's so used to Prosper Trudeau that actually, like, normally people's adrenaline would spike up and they start freaking out. He's like actually still talking about the gun. He's like, you know, it fucking disassembles biological entities at a range of 300 meters.
You know,
You don't get that kind of killing power on a personnel weapon. You have to mount that on a tank, for fuck's sakes. Like, this is the most animated he's been. He's talking to them.
I actually think that Sakarian and I have code words to let each other know when we're actually in danger and when we're not, and I'm not using the code words.
Yeah. And he loves you, but you're also kind of white noise. So unless you say the code words, like, you're like, there's a problem. He's just like, that's Trudeau. That's fine. It's.
man, I don't know these code words, so I'm Piana, can you get us the video on the what the fuck's going on? Bring up the video. Come on.
All right.
I grab Mr. McCreary and I just like toss him onto the ground, just like, and I just say in French, you need to get down.
Okay.
And then I'm like kneeling on his back.
So, Piana, you actually can get access to the cameras on the bridge. They're all like out.
I can't.
Yeah.
No.
You just don't have any access.
I can't get access. It's fucking bullshit, actually.
I mean, you can make a computer roll if you want to try to like
What do you
get
mean?
through, but something is interfering. Something's like blocking the signal.
Yeah, I want to make a computer roll to try to get.
Do it.
Well, Higgs just thinks that it takes a long time to bring video on. So it's just like,
Are you
Yeah.
sure it's
Yeah,
not just my
totally.
computer?
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
this takes
you
forever.
you gotta click that button over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Try alt tabbing. Alt tab again. Okay. Cool. So you can get access.
Actually, I'm banking that shit.
Okay. You want to roll again?
I'm gonna bank that shit and roll again.
Do it.
I'm gonna bank that shit and roll again. Fuck, it's so dumb. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So with a 7, you can have audio or you can have video. What do you want?
And the last thing we heard from the bridge was Prosper.
Yeah.
Is that as simple as there's two buttons on a screen?
I
that
turned
says,
to Higgs. I'm like, there's not enough. I fucking throttled you so hard. I can only get audio or video from this terminal. Which one should I get?
Well, audio, of course. That's
All right.
That's
No,
the easy
wait.
answer.
And I queue up audio.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So Prosper thinks that he's on video, so he's like kneeling on this guy's back, but he's also just saying, you know, in French, in a very pretty calm tone of voice, all right, you've got a minute. Tell me what's going on.
Okay. Pi says Piani can hear us, but in French.
Ah.
But she
Okay,
can't-
yeah.
But she can't see us. Please, Prosper, let him up.
L'enfant Pi does not speak French, does she? And I stand up, and I reach down, and I help up Lord McCreary.
No. So he looks at you and he says again in French, like, "There's no money. It was a ruse. I just needed to access the terminal." And then he says, "L'enfant, is it ready?" And Pi says, "Yes, I believe so." And on the screen, like an upload, there's a bunch of like code that runs by, and there's like an upload progress indicator. And McCreary takes a like one of the comms like cables or something and unhooks it from half from the system. And then plugs the other half into the back. Goes to plug the other half into a cyber like port in the back of his head.
All this is going on.
And you guys on the other hand, you hear 3 people having a conversation in French. One of the voices is definitely Prosper. The other 2, it's a man and a kind of like flat, like it's Pi's voice. Piani recognizes it for sure.
I recognize what?
You recognize the Pi's voice, and you pick up like any proper noun, like you hear your own name.
Right. And with
Est-ce que
this,
Piani
did we
parle
open
français?
up two-way then?
Exactly.
Like we could communicate?
Sure, yeah.
What the fuck is going on in there?
I ask Piani, you know, not Piani, but I ask Pi. I say in French, what do we tell Piani? And for that matter, I'm not entirely clear on what's happening.
So Pi says, we'll worry about that later. And they say to McCreary, like, do it. Do you stop McCreary, or do you just let him plug in?
Nope, I let him plug in.
Okay, cool. So he plugs in and he sits down, and his eyes like roll back in his head, and the progress bar starts to fill.
Yeah. I ask Pi, combien de temps vous avez besoin?
At this
How
point,
much time do you need?
And so you have, sorry, Eggs, you have something to say?
at this point, am I understanding? Is there translation going on?
No, there's no because no one on the other end speaks French.
Okay, so maybe while all this is going on, I'm just like, Piani, what the fuck's going on in there?
I have no idea.
Well, can
I
you?
fucking can't speak that
Is
fucking
this over comm,
Prosper
so I'm hearing
language?
this?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. The audio, it's like you guys are in another room, right? But if you want, yeah, Securian can hear it in his helmet.
So as I hear, like, what the fuck is going on? Or, like, French being spoken between 2 or 3 people, I kind of, I'm like, this is literally what he says. He's like, I mean, honestly, I haven't even seen it. He stops. He's like, if you could excuse me 1 minute, please.
The woman just like nods. It's like, go ahead.
He's like, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
And maybe at this point, Mr. Sakarian sees Higgs walking through the hall with a little bit of a gallop to a step, and he like, whatever a laser pistol ready is, he like cocks that back and starts walking towards the bridge.
And as we're walking, I said, I don't like this. Something's weird.
We gotta get to the bridge. It's not. I'm shooting the first person I see. I'm just letting you know that.
And then Sakarian looks at you, and again, it's just the faceplate. But for the viewing pleasure, it's. But it's faint. It's not fun joy, because he then realizes also it's the ship. He can't fucking blow off the entire front of it. But yeah, he's going to.
Yeah.
Okay, so the process is fairly quick. I think that as the other group approaches the door, the upload is finished, and Pi says to you, Prosper, like McCreary's unconscious now. He's just like lying there with his eyes rolled back. He says to you, take out the cord, plug it back into the system, tell the crew whatever you want. We're done.
I take out the cord, I plug it back into the system, I say, it would be very helpful if you told me what I should tell the crew. I have no idea what just happened.
Lying is a unique talent to humans. You seem pretty good at it. I don't know. Make something up. And as they finish the sentence, the door to the hallway just opens. Like as you guys walk up, the door opens, and you see Prosper standing. You see McCreary lying unconscious in the chair, like.
Okay.
I guess I like half raise my gun, not at anyone, but it's just kind of like up in the air. I'm just like, Prosper, what the fuck's going on?
I put my hand on his gun, and I put it down. I go, please. And I set my gun down, and then I pull out my chain sword, and I thumb it on.
Is it revving?
It's literally a fucking chainsaw sword, guys.
Yeah.
For those, and I go, please answer the captain's question.
It's a chainsaw sword with blades 1 molecule thick too, so it's just like hyper sharp.
Yeah. Prosper, you know, he just sort of relaxes a little bit. He looks Sakarian square in the eyes, and then he turns to Higgs. He says, this one was trying to talk his way out. I wasn't aware that he had visited Cabral fairly recently. He told me that L'Enfant had spoken highly of Piani, was trying to use that as some kind of a leverage to get me to be lenient with him. He jacked into the computer ostensibly to transfer credits, but it was some kind of virus. I choked him out. L'Enfant has secured the system. Everything is fine.
Can I go check on
Yeah.
Lord McCreary then?
I guess at that time I'm just like, Piani, does that check out?
But also, so I want to ask you too, Adam. Like, I'm gonna obviously try my best not to metagame this, but I want to, within the boundaries of role playing, understand. Like, we come into a room.
Yeah.
Does it have the stink of teenage sex, lies, and bullshit all over the place, or because literally there's a guy with his eyes rolled back, passed out over in the corner. Prosper was on top of him. We didn't get that. We only got a French conversation between them because we had audio. So when we come in, are they perfectly calm and he's in that position, or is he getting up off the guy? Do we believe him? Do I make a roll for this? Because I don't want to just pick. I don't believe you because Geoff heard you, and then I stab him in the head.
I'm not like I don't like letting the dice tell people what their characters do or don't believe. I'm gonna have to.
So
leave
that's
it
why I'm
on-
asking you, because
on
like
you.
Zakarian has interrogated people. He's been that's his job.
Prosper would have had the doors locked because he knew that Pi needed more time. So like there would have been either you guys got stopped at the doors or I didn't unlock them until I was in a position to like sort of back up a lie that I needed to tell. Like the situation would have been I'm either very close to or on top of this guy as he's unconscious in the chair. So when you open the door, like when I thumb off the locks and I open the door for you, like you come in and I'm just like getting off of this guy who's just dead unconscious in the chair. And I say, yeah, you know, he tried to talk his way out of it, so I choked him out.
So you're
I'd say that though. So the door's locked, you said?
Yeah.
I would say then, but Sharon, why'd you take his pants off? No, I'm just kidding.
He didn't say how he choked him out.
One of the best scenes in all of South Park, by the way, if you haven't. Anyways, I would say then, you know, like, and I'm. It's over the din of the chainsaw, which I'm like, why was the door locked?
He was uploading a virus. The virus locked down the computer room here. I don't
said it was
understand
blocked.
it. Yes, L'Enfant managed to. Can you turn that piece of shit off?
Oh, sure. I thumb it off.
Okay.
Yes, he connected to the computer to make sure that he could begin the transfer of the credits. There was a virus, it locks the doors. L'Enfant battled the computer virus and shut it out of the system. And that's when the doors were unlocked and you were able to enter.
Piani's here? Is
She Piani.
Yeah, I was checking on Lord McCreary, so I'm right here.
I calm Piani. I say, Piani, how long until we can get the video feed of this, to verify the story?
It doesn't. I would say it doesn't exist. I had one or the other.
Why
So
would it not
Pi-
exist?
Because
Pi pipes up and says, Piani, the error with the system was purely external. Internal video exists. Would you like to see it?
yes,
Yes, please, Pi.
of course.
Okay. So the little like projector thing that you use for your main display brings up a scene in
Not me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, in small of the bridge, and you see it play out pretty much exactly like Prosper said. You see the guy come in, sit down, they have a conversation. It's all in French again. He takes out a cord, plugs it in, and then things kind of go haywire. There's some like flickering of the video. Prosper and the guy fight a little bit. Prosper gets him into the chair, gets him in a full Nelson, and like chokes him till he's unconscious.
Okay.
Like when you guys look around the room after watching this, Prosper's just got one bead of sweat coming down his forehead and his eyes are a little bit wide.
Well, okay, I guess. All right, well.
Yeah, I
Mr.
would have no
McCreary.
reason not to trust him.
I
on
look
this.
at everyone and say, this man is not to be trusted. We offload him as the original plan would indicate, so that therefore we can get experience and I can actually have a chance in the duel. But also, $300,000 is a good payday. We don't need to complicate this any further. He's
Yeah.
not to be given access to any computers anymore.
No, I'm already dragging him off.
L'Enfant, how do you feel about delivering Monsieur McCreary to our business associates?
As he says that, I help Mr. Higgs continue to drop him off. Like, I just carry him.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're dragging him away at this point.
All right, so he's mumbling to himself, in French. You can't quite pick out what the words are, but you pick him up and he's like sort of semi-conscious and just drag his feet.
I can't pick out what the words are.
He's praying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like when I gave L'Enfant the opportunity to object or whatever, they didn't reply anything.
Nope.
Okay. Very well. Let's carry on.
Okay. So you bring him back to your friends, and Higgs, the dude, says to you, like he looks at you and he's like, "Are we ready to make this trade?"
Yeah, we need if you got it, I don't know what's gonna go on, but if you kill him, we need his body back. We just need proof of life or death after you finish. So how long do you think this is gonna take?
He shakes his head. I don't know. Our team is very good. We'll drop him off with the investigators, and they'll uncork him soon. And once we get what's inside, you can have what's left.
So
We'll be nearby because we need to complete this.
Yeah,
so please don't take him far.
We talking like a day? We talking a week? What's the deal?
He says we have a facility on Majid. We'll go there. We'll let you know.
Oh,
Besides,
okay.
And he takes out a compad, and it's like it would be like someone taking out a like a Palm Pilot now. He like takes out this compad, and he's like, "I have some money for you."
Well, okay. How much is that?
So he goes over to the like wall terminal. He's like, "I'm sorry, this thing doesn't have wireless. I have to plug it in." And he like unreels the cable and like plugs it into the wall. Yeah, I mean, it's the money you were promised for turning him over to the Midari. So it's 200,000 credits.
Okay.
So that goes into whatever the account that normally you guys get paid into.
Sure.
Which we then split, I guess.
Yeah. And then for completing the McCreary part of the adventure, everybody gets 1,500 experience.
Oh shit. That's a level up.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. And how much money did we get a piece?
I don't know. It's up to you guys how you want to split them up.
What was the
50K.
It's 200K, so it's 50K each if we split it evenly.
I assume we will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I roll for my hit points?
This is break time now, right?
Yeah,
This is probably a good time. Let's take a break here and we can get that sorted out.
Okay, yeah.
You want to roll at the beginning of the next one?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll cliffhanger the roll. So we'll be right back, guys. 2 hours down, 2 to go. More roleplay coming up right after this. We'll see you guys for more roleplay then. Bye-bye.